In the last 6 months, the software developers at the Mevo complex have been doing a fantastic job of rolling features, sometimes long-awaited features, out so that they can be available to users in the Mevo Multicam app. As a matter of fact, last week there was an announcement on the Mevo customer group on Facebook that talked about a couple of these. If I pull that site up for you here, you're going to see that there was some exciting news for Mevo Android users. Now, there's a teaser for the iOS folks in there as well. So let's get into some of the things that are changing for the Mevo Multicam app. I'm Jason Hoffman. My goal is to help you have the confidence to just press go live. You may wonder why I'm talking about 6 months. In the last 6 months this has happened. Well, we are, at the time of the making of this video, 6 months out from the release of the Mevo Core. And I know that the folks at Mevo were struggling. They were working as hard as they could, I think that's a better way to say it, to get the Mevo Core release to be all they needed it to be. And it was a fantastic release. It's proven to be a fantastic streaming camera already. And now they've been able to refocus some of their energy into making these new features available to users. Now, the features we're talking about today will include the ability to load presentations and do slideshows into your live streams, and media playback. And I'm lumping both of those into this one video because the announcement said presentations, which is uploading slideshows, are now available in Mevo Multicam for Android beta testers. You can use these slideshows to make your streams more dynamic, and it's something that folks have been asking for a long time. There's a teaser there that says, iOS users, don't worry, we're putting the final touches on media playback for iOS beta testers. And then the information that so many folks want is here as well. Interested in testing these features and more? Sign up for the Mevo Multicam beta program here. And they have the form that you can use to sign up to join the Mevo Multicam beta test through that post on the Mevo customer group on Facebook. All right. So let's look on the Android platform at what this is going to entail to bring in that slideshow presentation or to bring in that media playback. Now, I do need you to understand when they say presentation, they're not talking about PowerPoint presentation. They're talking about a PDF presentation. So you'll want to make sure that when you load these, you're preparing your presentation in PDF format. So it's smooth, so you don't miss a beat there as you're trying to do this. Now, let's see if I can do this for you. I'll switch to this view so that you can see what I'm doing here. I think I have that ready for you. I do. So there is the Android tablet. Now, as I change this, you may get that dreaded change. Yeah, you kind of do, but maybe it won't be too distracting for us. So if we go to our Blue Plus, which is how to add an asset in Multicam, you're going to see that we have a new area called presentations. It's right here in the normal set. This is not a paid feature. This is not hidden behind the paywall for Mevo Pro. This is something they're rolling out to everyone. Presentations is going to be a feature for everyone once it's released in the final release of its software, once it's out of beta testing. And so tapping on presentations here on the screen in Android is going to bring up what I assume is your file handler, your Finder, whatever that is in Android. And so you're going to see that I have several choices in my downloads of things that I might be able to bring in. Well, because we're bringing in a presentation, it's only looking for that PDF suffix. So anything that's not .pdf is going to be grayed out. We're not going to have access to that when we're bringing it in as a presentation. So I've prepared this little PDF of my daughter. It's a set of slides that show her in the first couple of weeks of life. This is something that I get to present to folks from time to time as I talk about. I think I've loaded it in there twice. I'm going to go ahead and remove one of these. Looks like I already had that one in. So we'll just go ahead and this is what it would look like when you bring in your presentation, right? So now that's handled in the graphics tab of Mevo Multicam. My cameras and my other shots are over here. My other video inputs, whatever, my other resources are in this tab, but in the graphics tab is where we'll find our presentations. And you can see that I'm on slide 2 of 5. The 3-dot ellipsis is going to allow me to have presentation controls. I can edit the presentation, but you can see that I can scroll through back and forth just by sliding left or right and have control over those. Now, when I fire this and it shows up on my preview window, I can still go one slide at a time. I'll just go ahead and tell you, this is a shot of my daughter, but the first time my wife ever touched her, which was remarkable. She was born at 24 weeks and 5 days of gestation, which is rough. That's really, really early. She was 1 pound and 12 ounces, about the size of a good bullfrog, and she has lived the next 19 plus years of her life, and God's done an incredible. Built an incredible story in her. But anyway, sliding through the slides is just as simple as hitting the next button there in the front. You have top level control here, which is great for us to have. Anytime that we're going to add something into our live streaming presentations, we want top level control. And I know that there are some other areas where Mevo is trying to give us top level control of some things, like our static shot presets, which we don't yet have, but they're working on those things to give us the ability to change things at a moment's notice. And so rolling through these, let's see, that slide was the first day she opened that one eye. Did you know that at that stage of gestation, their ears don't have cartilage in them yet? They're just flaps of skin, and their eyes are still fused. Their eyelids are still fused like a puppy would be when they're first born. Just a little bit of extra information about the girl that lives in my house for another year before she gets married. But so the ability to add presentations is just that simple. Build your presentation in Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint or Apple's Keynote and export it as a PDF file. If you have a PDF file builder, if you use an Acrobat, to do that as well, you can do the same. But it's going to bring them in as each individual slides that you then can scroll through. You can tap through in order to make your presentation, and it acts as a graphic in Mevo Multicam. So it's handled in the graphics tab there. Okay, then let's look at bringing in a. Let's see. Oh, that graphic is still fired, so I'll need to unfire that graphic so it goes away. Yeah, now we have what I'm used to seeing here with my preview window over there. Okay, so let me back out to give myself. See, this is one of those places we need top level control, where give myself the view that I'm trying to accomplish here. Right. All right, and then we will go back away from image control and add another asset. Now this time we're going to bring in media playback. Video playback is one of those things that really does help those of us who live stream, especially live streaming sporting events, because you can put your advertisements, you can put your in-between inning, you can put your sponsorships all in video form instead of just having them be a splash screen anymore. And so that is a great addition to what we have. I will go ahead and tell you, this one is behind the paywall. It is a part of Mevo Pro, and I understand exactly why they did it. It is a feature that took a lot of time and energy and resources to get to us. So here's the Media tab in the Mevo Pro section here. Oh, wait. Let me back up and put us back in that static shot preset. Image control. Go back into that static shot preset. There we go. Now, that's what's going to be our shot for now. So blue plus to add an asset, scroll down to get to the media tab, hit that media tab, and I can add media. Once again, it takes me in Android to that area where my files are, and you'll see that it's looking for an MOV or maybe an MP4 or those video file type formats, no longer the PDF or any other format. So I'm going to take this football flyover, We're going to add that into, hello. There we go. We're going to add that in. It looks like I added it in twice. My apologies. Let me remove the second one. I do want you to know that you don't have to just add one at a time. This actually becomes a playlist, so I can continue to add other videos. I don't know what this video was. Summertime chicken chores, one of my wife's chicken channel videos. That's nice. So we have a 2-video playlist. I can choose then here in my edit section whether I want to loop them once or just have them play through. That's a nice feature. Want to go back in and add more? There's my plus to add more of them. And then I'll click done so we can see that we have a playlist. Let me remove that one that is... Yes, I really want to remove that. Thank you very much. And there's our 2-video playlist. I know there are 2 videos in this playlist because of the little 2 here beside the pancakes. Okay. I can still go back in and edit that if I want to. That's what gets us. That's what the 3-dot ellipsis gives us. So now I can tap on it to fire it, and it does in fact fire the playing of this video flyover at our football stadium. If I get through with this, or I just want to show the first part of it, I can advance to the next one before it gets finished. You see I'm at 14, 15, 16 seconds of a minute 18. Now that minute 18 is the total of both of them. Okay. That looks like I have created a video, not the chicken channel, but the slides that I was adding. Okay, I'd made that little video out of some slides that I was doing, and I think I did it just for this video, as a matter of fact. So you can scroll back and forth through the all the videos in your playlist there, and then once it finishes, by the way, I'm going to let that one go. Oh no, that just starts it over. That's not really what I wanted. I'd like to go to the second one. Can I advance to the second? Here we go. Yep, advance to the second one, and while that's playing, I'm going to image control this and get back to my overall view here. You can still see it in the bottom corner, but now I can talk to you about it while that video is playing. Yeah, that's a slideshow that I made into a movie in Keynote. Sometimes that's a valuable thing as well. But once it gets to the end, that's what I'm trying to get to here. It needs to get to the end because you're going to see the action that it gives you when you're at the end. And they're going back and forth right now as to whether that's going to be a fade to black or whether that's going to be a stop at the last frame or what it's going to be. But the action that you actually get here, I believe, is stop at the last frame. And then whether they want to have it automatically go back to the previous camera view. I think there are some folks that are lobbying for that action as well. It stopped at the last frame there, so it's over. And I had scrolled that last one off in that presentation, that video, so that it would give that black screen when it got through. And so you can build your videos like that if you want to as well, so that then you have a black screen without them doing the fade to black. So adding presentation, PDF presentations, so that you can do your slideshows and you can present whenever you're live streaming, or being able to add that video roll, that media playback are 2 things that the Mevo folks have brought to us, have added to the Mevo Multicam software in the last 6 months, and I look forward to seeing what else is coming soon. They're working on some other great features that you should see advertised or posted about in that Mevo customer group on Facebook, as they give those kinds of feature updates from time to time whenever they hit beta. And if you haven't already signed up for the beta testing program, go on over there and see if you can go ahead and fill that form out so that you too can test some of these things, give your feedback to them so they can know how it works and they can get it to us that much faster.